Namaste students. Today we are going to learn about the chapter 4 in history, that is the Mughal Empire. Look at this picture. Can you identify? Yes. This is the Red Fort. The Red Fort is a historic fort in the city of Old Delhi in India that served as the main residence of the Mughal emperors. It is made of red stone and marble. Let's know who were the Mughals. In the Middle Ages, a very powerful empire was that of the Mughals. From the later half of the 16th century, they expanded their kingdom from Agra and Delhi until in the 17th century they controlled nearly all of the subcontinents. The Mughals were descendants of two great lineages of rulers. From their mother side, they were descendants of Genghis Khan, and from the father's side, they were the descendants of Timur. Although they were known as Mughals because of their Mongolian descent, they did not like being referred to as Mughals because the name of the Mongols has been marred by massacres and bloodshed. Because the word Mughal was connected with Mongols and Genghis Khan, who killed many people, the Mughals did not like being called that. But the Mughals were very proud of their Timurid ancestry because Timur had captured Delhi in 1398. Let's know about the great Mughal emperors Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb. Babur, the first Mughal emperor in 1526 to 1530, succeeded to the throne of Fergana in 1494 when he was only 12 years old. He captured Delhi in 1526 by defeating Ibrahim Lodi in the Battle of Panipat. In 1527, he defeated Rana Sanga, Rajput rulers and allies at Kanuha. In 1528, he defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi, established control over Agra and Delhi before his death. Humayun divided his inheritance according to the will of his father. His brothers were each given a province. The ambitions of his brother Mirza Kamran weakened Humayun's cause against Afghan competitors. Sher Khan defeated Humayun at Chausa 1539 and Kanauj 1540, forcing him to flee to Iran. In Iran, Humayun received help from the Safavid Shah. He recaptured Delhi in 1555 but died the next year after an accident in this building. Akbar. He was 13 years old when he became the king, and as he attained full power, he relieved his regent Bairam Khan of his duties and then began conquest against the Suris, the Afghans, the kingdoms of Malwa and Gondwana, and the Sisodias. He also crushed the revolt of his brother Mirza Hakim and the Uzbeks. He then launched military campaigns in Gujarat, eastern Bihar, West Bengal, and Orissa, and suppressed another revolt by Mirza Hakim. Next, he launched campaigns in the northwest, where he seized Kandahar from the Safavid Shah and the Kashmir and Kabul after the death of Mirza Hakim. He also launched expeditions in the Deccan and annexed parts of Berar, Gandesh, and Ahmednagar. In his final years as emperor, he faced a rebellion from his son and future emperor Prince Salim. Jahangir. He continued the campaign started by his father and also won total control over the Sisodias. The Sisodia ruler of Mewar, Amar Singh, accepted Mughal service. Less successful campaigns against the Sikhs the Ahoms, and Ahmadnagar followed. Prince Khurram, the future Emperor Shah Jahan, rebelled in the last years of his reign. The efforts of Nur Jahan, Jahangir's wife, to marginalize him were unsuccessful. Shah Jahan. Mughal campaigns continued in the Deccan under Shah Jahan. After Shah Jahan took the throne, the Afghan noble Khan Jahan Lodi was defeated. Campaigns against Ahmadnagar began. The Bandalas were defeated and Orcha was seized. But in the northwest, Shah Jahan faced losses as the Balkh region was lost to the Uzbeks and the Kandahar region was lost to the Safavids. Finally, in the Deccan, he annexed Ahmadnagar and became an ally of the kingdom of Bijapur. But in his final years as emperor, a battle began between his sons for the throne. Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb temporarily defeated the Ahoms, the Sikhs, and the Rajputs, and also the Maratha chieftain Shivaji. But when Aurangzeb insulted him, Shivaji declared himself an independent king at war with the Mughal Empire. Prince Akbar rebelled against Aurangzeb under the guidance of the Deccan Sultanate, but he lost and fled to Safavid Iran. Aurangzeb then launched campaigns against the Deccan Sultanate and annexed Bijapur and Golconda. He faced another rebellion by the Sikhs, the Ahoms, the Marathas, the Rajputs, and the Jats, and died soon after. Okay, children, in this session we have learnt about who were the Mughals and the great Mughal emperors. We will see in next session. Thank you.